What's up, y'all? What up? Welcome to my Stoop Talk. Let's chat today, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and dig deep into my life. Like, y'all know a lot about my life, but let's really talk about what's going on. So, I want to say about 10, 11 months ago, you know, I came into a lot of money. We're not gonna talk about it, but I came into a lot of money and I started making a lot of reckless decisions. And I say reckless decisions because I'm at a point in life where I feel like I should not be here. You know, I feel like a lot of the opportunities I was presented with, a lot of the resources I had right in the palm of my hand, I literally just opened my hand and just let it fall. You know, I also, like, over the course of my life, if you guys have been watching, I've been through, I've been through a lot. I've been through, you know, traumatic events. I've been through foster care. I've been molested. I've been through domestic violence relationships. I've been in jail. I've literally been an adult ever since I was a kid, if that makes sense. So I never really had the proper guidance. I never really had the proper upbringing, you know, besides the fact that, you know, my foster parents were amazing. You know, they did what they could, especially with them being up in age. But I never really had that one person who was just gonna sit me down and be like, listen, you done messed up a lot in life, but let me help you, you know, do something different. You know, a lot of the people and a lot of the folks that I attach myself to, hence like the relationships I try to get in, because like I have a problem, I want to say, with being alone. I have a problem with being by myself. I have a problem with, you know, trying to figure out my own problems, because I feel like someone should be there to help me. You know, all the countless times I was crying out for help, all the countless time I was fearing for my life because of the person that I loved oh so much did not love me, you know? And so a lot of the decisions that I've made, yes, could have been common sense, like, you know, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have said this, you shouldn't have done that. But I've been growing up and I've been living this lifestyle of I have to be on defense for everything, you know, regardless if I let my guard down a little, regardless if I decide to trust somebody a little more or anything of that caliber. Like, I live in defense. Now, when I say I live in defense, is like on the strength of wanting to be perfect, wanting to be right, wanting to just like fit into the image that I feel like I painted in advance. And if I feel like I'm slacking, if I feel like I'm falling off, then, you know, I want to put on a facade, like a poker face, that everything's okay when it's not, you know. And just that little bit of information alone has dug me into a hole that I feel like I can't get myself out of, you know. And every person that I've decided that I was going to lean on, every person that I've decided I was going to grasp information from, every person that I decided was, okay, you are my friend, like, I mess with you deep, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something about me, and maybe it's not me, but I feel like it's about me. Like, it's something about me to where I have to be on edge with everybody. I have to be timid with everybody. I have to speculate everything. And it causes a lot of problems. It causes a lot of failed friendships. It causes a lot of failed relationships. It causes a lot of failed situationships. It causes a lot of things to fail. But you only keep failing when you don't have anybody to say, okay, you failed, but let's figure out how we're going to do this so you don't have to fail again. I've been going through this constant cycle of, you fail, I'm done with you. Move on to the next person. You fail, I'm done with you. Move on to the next person. You fail, I'm done with you. And I've never had the person to sit there and say, I know what you've been through. I've heard what you've been through. You've told me what you've been through, regardless, because I'm pretty much an open book to a lot of things in my life, and there's some things that I just keep private. There's some things that I just don't talk about, you know. But I've never had that one person to say, like, you didn't have the proper guidance. You didn't have someone to tell you the rights and the wrongs. You didn't have no one to tell you when this situation comes up, this is how you handle it. You didn't have no one to tell you that if somebody's asking you something, or if somebody says something and you respond out of defense, or you respond with just whatever it is that you want them to hear, whether it's the truth, whether it's a lie, whether it was just some crap that you made up just to keep the conversation going. Nobody told you that it was okay. Nobody told you that I'll understand, just tell me what's going on. Nobody told you that You don't have to lie to me. Nobody told you that you don't have to live in defense, you know? And I find myself bottling myself back up in that situation, bottling myself back up in that bottle, bottling myself back up into this little ball to where I feel like nobody will ever try to break through that. Nobody will ever try to, okay, if I try to chisel at it, if I try to do this, if I try to do that, and she fails, or she tells a lie, or she doesn't answer the question the way, or she does something sneaky, does something conniving or whatever, okay, I'm just peeling away at the layers. I'm peeling away at the layers. I'm peeling away at the layers. Nobody does that. I have never witnessed it. I've never seen it. Now, people, they give me opportunity, they give me chances, they do this, they do that, but somebody once gave them the same opportunities, the same chances for them to obviously keep messing up. We don't stick around the same people because we either outgrow them or something happened to where you just completely fall off. But all I'm saying is, if there's anybody out there that's like me and you feel like your back is against the wall, you have nobody who's genuinely going to peel back those layers and say, listen, it's okay. We know that you had a rough start. We know that you did this. We know that you did that. But it's okay to come up out of that. It's okay to take 2 steps out of that dark circle. It's okay to come from around that corner and know that if you mess up, I'm not going to leave you hanging high and dry. If you mess up, I'm not going to abandon you. If you mess up, I'm going to be there to say, like, all right, you messed up, so what can we do to fix it? If we cross this path again, what can you do to fix it? Like, a lot of the situations that I've been in, and I'm going to speak literally from my perspective, a lot of the situations I've been in, there's been a lot of misleading. It's been a lot of withheld information. It's been a lot of mind games, manipulation. And I don't say manipulation in a bad way. It's just, you know how people will say, oh, I want my cake and I eat it too, you know? And I'm not saying that from a relationship standpoint. Like, okay, you're cool, we're cool, so I get what I need, you get what you need, copacetic, regardless of whatever it is that may be going on in somebody's mind, regardless of whatever may be said out loud, whatever. But the moment something goes left, it's a shutdown mechanism. I don't want to deal with it no more. I don't want to deal with you. And that all falls back under my fear of abandonment. And I don't know if a lot of y'all have ever been through that, y'all. And I don't classify myself as a thought, as a whore, none of that. Like, I don't classify myself as that. But I find myself from my very first relationship that ended up being a domestic violence situation. When I left him, like, I waited, I want to say about 4 months, and I was talking to another person. That person was just as worse. I talked to somebody else. Like, and I think it's because I'm searching and I'm longing for something that I just, like, I can't even say that I just can't have because I don't know what it is. And I feel like maybe if the narrative of my childhood had have been molded just a little bit differently, then a lot of the things that I've been through, a lot of the things that I've dealt with wouldn't have played out the way that they played out, if that makes sense. But these Stoop Talks, like, I like them because, you know, it's just me and my camera. And of course, you guys can commentate and give me your feedback and all. But it's like, I want to connect and I want people to understand, like, regardless of any stories that I tell, regardless of any YouTube videos, regardless of any time that you guys may see me laugh and smile, like, I'm really dealing with real life problems, yo. Like, I deal with problems and I'm constantly sick to the stomach. I'm constantly losing my appetite. I'm constantly trying to wrap my brain around the fact that I'll never find someone who is willing to break me, break this barrier that I have to the core, you know? And I got an email the other day, which made me very, very teary-eyed, from the state of Texas. I went and requested my files for my adoption. And I started reading through it, and there's a lot of things that happened that I didn't know. Like, besides the point of me knowing, like, my mom saying, like, oh no, I don't want them because my husband don't want kids, there's so much more deeper. And I understand, like, why I'm so broken. I understand why I'm so hurt, why I'm so defensive, why I just won't allow the people who say, bro, I'm here for you, I got you, I love you, I understand, why I don't allow those people to really profess the things that they say in my life. And it's all because it's scary, y'all. It's not as easy as you know, people going and growing up and learning and doing this. Like, bro, I've been out here doing it. And it's like, I feel like I'm going to keep making that mistake. I'm going to keep doing this and I'm going to keep doing that. Because as soon as I'm comfortable saying like, okay, all right, you showed me, you done told me, you know, I have no choice but to try. I have no choice but to try and attack what it is that you said you're offering me. But the moment I try, that's the moment it's snatched away. And here I am feeling left worthless, useless, unwanted, abandoned, not loved. Like I'm back at square one. And it always happens like that. And even with the people that try to talk to me, this, that, even if it's for temporary satisfaction, gratification, whatever it is, even if it's temporary, it's always, I got what I wanted. I'm over it. I got what I wanted. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Y'all, I'm literally down to what I feel is no friends. Like, I have my family. My family's going to be there regardless if I help them, if I don't help them. You know, it'll be more so on the terms of, oh, if she can help us, you know, we cool. But I'm down to nobody. It's me still trying to figure out all of the things in life that I feel like I've missed out on, you know? But I mean, you know, we're gonna get through it together. It's one day at a time, heartbroken or not. But this is my Stoop Talk. I will see you guys for episode 2 tomorrow. Well, it may not be a stoop tomorrow, but if I have to drive out here to get on the stoop, I will. But y'all be blessed. Stay prayed up. It's a cold word out here.